Today, we're going to talk about a problem or a conflict that has different opinions all over the world, and is it okay to hit your children? Why yes, why not, and what are the consequences? And we choose this problem because it's something that families live every day, and it's something that has been banned in over 30 countries. Even though it's illegal in some countries, we want to know why it's still illegal in others. And what are the consequences in a society where the children are taught by violence? And so, in this video, we're going to talk about a little bit more about the different opinions about how to raise your children by hitting them or not hitting them. So, we're going to give both sides of the story, the part that says no and the part that says that it's okay. And at the end, we're going to reach a conclusion. No, because it teaches your children that when someone hits you, it's equal that if someone loves you. Also, it teaches your children that violence can be justified in some occasions, and also it normalizes violence. It teaches your children to be good not for conviction, but for the fear of punishment, and also teaches them to be afraid of you. Also, violent people create violent people. So when a parent is violent with their child, normally a child will be violent with other people. And this creates a cycle of violence.
On the other hand, it is right to hit your children, first of all because it's the quickest method of education. Second of all, it helps them to not see scary movies because they don't want to be exposed to more sufferment. Third of all, it's a great way to keep the order in every situation, and it teaches your children to not be unpolite with people. It's been a method that has been taught for generations, and across the time it has given great results. Why they need to change it. Also, it's a process of method of selection. When you teach your children to be used to sufferment, when they are present of a smaller sufferment, they will be resilient people and will be capable of resolving that problem instead of coming over to depressed youth that we have nowadays because they didn't learn to live with sufferment. It is for your own good. Well, the first thing we can conclude is sometimes there are things you know are wrong, but you do them because everyone does them. The other thing we can conclude is that many times society has a great influence over how you think. And the third thing we can conclude about this is many times the values you are shown in home have a great importance in your thinking.
We can see that people act not because it is right, but it's because it's something taught from generation to generation. Also, that people have stopped questioning their own behavior and they just do it because it's a tradition or it's something normal to them. And people can see the effect of this behavior in the wars, in slavery, and more monarchy times, where violent behavior is justified. So after reviewing the pros and cons about hitting your children as a way of discipline, we can conclude that even though some parents may seem like it's the quicker way to discipline your children, it's not the quicker and it's not the best one, because children aren't taught to respect people. They aren't taught to do the right stuff because it's the right thing to do, but instead they are taught to be afraid of the consequences that the adults may impose, and it's a relationship based on fear. They're not convinced to do the right thing because of conviction, but instead of the fear of punishment.